In this video, we're going to be taking a look at, in my opinion, the forgotten axial crawling rig. Alright guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be discussing what I think is kind of a forgotten rig out there. It doesn't seem like it gets too much love, but I have had one now for a little while, and I actually never really was using it all that much, and Axial Fest came up, and of course I needed an axial rig, and I only have two in the fleet, and one is Mrs. Propaganda's rig, so I couldn't drive that, but I actually had got her this rig, and she hasn't really driven it a lot, and neither have I. And after I took it out on the trails at Axial Fest, I was actually really blown away by it, and it made me kind of think about it a little bit, and I kind of wanted to revisit it. I don't actually have a lot of videos on it, but let's just get it out and get it over with. Boom, here it is, the Axial Wraith 1.9. So in my opinion, I think this is sort of a forgotten rig out there. I do see it around, but not all that often. And it seems like a lot of people have kind of forgotten about this. So I think this is one of the last kind of rigs that actually released before they went to Horizon. Everything started becoming under the Horizon banner with all the Spectrum electronics. So this still has, you know, the Tactic servo in it and the Dynamite ESC. So we're just gonna take a look at it. I'll show you this one, show you what I've done to it so far, and kind of just bring you up to speed, and I want to give you my thoughts, and then we'll crawl it a little bit. So yeah, let's get into this thing. So obviously, as you can see, it is painted like a flat purple. Mrs. Prop did that, but that is the only body work that we've done to it. So as you can see, this one here is painted all purple. Mrs. Prop went ahead and did that. We just went over what was there with an airbrush with some purple, and then we flat cleared it, and I think it looks pretty good. Just wanted to kind of add to the touch, but it's also available in orange, which actually looks really good. This was originally black, which I think looks really good too. So you can see here the hood is still black, and look, I got my little Axial sticker from the event a couple weeks ago. But yeah, it's a pretty full-featured rig. The only thing I don't like that it comes with is plastic links, and I think it was like, I want to say $379. I'll put on the screen exactly what these rigs were going for, but I went ahead and put stainless links all underneath it on the bottom. I went ahead and I added a Vanquish sway bar kit, which has been working out pretty sweet. Don't worry about articulation. This thing crawls pretty good with that. And the only other mod is I added some Proline big bore shocks in here, and obviously wheels and tires, because the stock ones are just very not capable. The stock tires on all these rigs are just garbage in my opinion. I really wish they would step it up, because they really just hinder the performance of stock rigs, but you know, that's kind of, everyone's always going to upgrade their wheels and tires, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. So moving to the front here, one thing I like about it, you pop just two body pins out, boom, your hood opens right up. You've got a little faux engine in there, which is really nice. That's the receiver boxes in there. So I did go ahead and put a Spectrum receiver in there so I can use my DX5. I did have the radio link that we got in there, but I had to take that out so I could drive it, because we only have one radio, link radio, so that sounds funny. But that's what I got in there for now. It's been good to me, but all the stock electronics still, so the stock Tactic receiver and the stock brush system. And honestly, the way this truck sits right now, this thing performs really, really well. It just really surprised me. I was out at Axial Fest, and I was with a couple of friends, and I mean, their trucks were, let's say, more scale oriented, right? I have no scale accessories, although there are some that are available for this, drop beds and all those kind of goodies. A lot of people cut this off and do like a fastback look, which is really nice. But you know, you just don't see too many out there. So I just kind of wanted to show it and talk about it and just kind of revisit it. So that's what I got. And like I said, this thing is super capable. I'm really impressed by it, and let's just get out and crawl some lines with it and show you guys exactly how gnarly this rig is. Okay, so if you're not familiar with this rig, it has the hood here like I showed before, and that is where the battery tray resides. So I like to use these graphene batteries. The size is perfect. It does come with some tabs if you want to run different batteries, but I found that this size here is perfect. It fits right in there, and then you just go like this and plug it in. The only thing I don't like is the wire, right, is kind of wedged in there, and then when you go to close the hood, it kind of bulges out over here. I haven't really found a way to run them so that doesn't happen. So that kind of bothers me, but these batteries that I have here fit real good. You can't really run shorty packs, which is a problem, but all right, yeah, see, it's there, but it might push out as we go. But it's nice, you got the weight right over the wheels, although it's a little high, but it sits down a little bit, but yeah. And it also comes with lights on the front, which have held up because I've had bad luck in the past with them. So yeah, let's just go crawl this thing. Alrighty, so we're gonna approach this first line here, and this is kind of like a trail buggy type rig, right? There is a front bumper, but it's so tucked up in there, and there's no rear bumper, that the clearance is really good for your approach and departure. So you're able just to climb steep stuff like this without anything getting in the way. So you can see there, just climb that like it was nothing. Just fighting for a little traction here. But with those tires gripping, just tackles it no problem. So the truck does look great out there coming at you. Just flexing over everything, good articulation. Boom. It's definitely a good looking rig. Stock electronics are surprisingly pretty smooth. I'm just trying to get up this. Oh, there we go. So pretty well balanced. That's what amazes me the most about this rig. And look at how steep that is right there. I just up and over like nothing. So here's a really steep descent, and right, I have my hand off the throttle here. I believe you can adjust the drag brake on these stock ESCs, but now I'm just kind of free coasting it down, so you would have to use your throttle. See, I got some rear wheelie action because I don't have proper drag brake, but it's taking it controlled, nice and slow. All right, let's do this with some speed here. Trying to get full throttle. It's a little bouncy. Look at it, right over everything, very nice. Okay, to show you the limit, really, right? Everything has a limit. This is one of the most difficult lines I have encountered here. And I am just kind of gonna show you now. Right here, it's too steep, and then there's a bump here on the bottom. And oh, yep, and it just flipped over. So everything has its limits, right? So that's just kind of the limit of this truck. You can see it took the tumble pretty well, but I don't have a rig that can seem to get up this here. I think this is going to be a challenge for a 6x6 build that I'm currently working on, but I just kind of wanted to give it a shot with this Wraith. And ooh. Okay, so here's the bypass of that line. Still a little gnarly to get up, but you can see here, just trying to get up there. right? My front wheel's coming up because, again, when the back wheels hit, that's when you have some issues. But it will make it. See there, it's settled a little bit. Just got to find a little traction, and then there we go. So obviously, you know, the camera never shows things how steep they are, but that is really steep, and the truck handled it really well. So like I've said time and time again, this truck has really impressed me with its capabilities. And this right here is the drawback. We'll come back down. I would have to figure out, I never adjust the drag brake, but if anyone knows if you can add more drag brake on this stock ESC, put it down in the comments, and I apologize if you can do that and I'm complaining about it, but right, there's no drag brake. It's really hard. I have to hit reverse a little and control myself, and it becomes a problem and you tumble down the hill. Well, all right, guys, there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the Axial Wraith 1.9. Just wanted to share that stuff with you guys. Like I said, just kind of recently started driving it again, and where I was so impressed, I wanted to bring it out, make a little video, and let you guys know that this thing is pretty awesome, and I highly suggest it. So I recently just ordered another set of tires, so now I'll have 2 sets of the same tires. I really want to put it up against my custom build that I have a lot of money into, but you know, tires are always an issue, and I want to run them side by side. I'll have to get Mrs. Prop behind the wheel, and we'll try to tackle some lines one after another. I think that is the best way of testing. So that is the next project that I have for this rig. Like I said, we're going to put it up against my custom VS 410 based rig with TRX4 portal axles, and we'll just see what is what. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Please leave a comment below on your thoughts on this Axial Wraith. Hit the like button before you go, and I'll see you guys in the next video.